Okay, so here we got the 2005 Toyota Camry. We're gonna go ahead and get the oil change done. We're gonna jack it up, put it on jack stands. We're gonna put it on jack stands. First step, we gotta lift up the car. So we come down here and jack it up right there, right on the cross member. It's a good thing to come down here and look at where you're jacking it up, because you don't want to jack it up on the wrong spot. So right here should be good, and we just jack it up. Jack it up, you turn it all the way to the right, and then you lift. Once you start jacking it up, also make sure the handbrake is on and you have wheel chock. We're just gonna keep pushing it up, down. It's gonna lift up the car. And then we go ahead and put our jack stands on. And then you can put it right here, or you could put it up here where there's solid metal. You never want to put it right here on the floorboard, because then it'll just crack. And you also don't want to put it right here, because then your side skirt will get messed up. But right here is just fine. As you can see, it's a little damaged from previous people, but it works, it's fine. That one's good. Put the jack stand under. Same spot. We're gonna lower the jack slightly. Some people take the jack completely away. I usually let it drop on the jack stands and then push it up a little bit. So that's your third point of contact. Okay, so I went ahead and I brought my ratcheting wrench. If not, you can use a ratchet and a socket. And then you have your oil catch pan. Make sure you take off the lid. And then make sure this thing is up, because without this, the oil goes in and it can't breathe, and then it's just gonna spill out from the top. This bolt, I think it's a 14 millimeter, and we're gonna take off this filter. The filter should come off by your hand. If it doesn't, you're gonna need a filter wrench. All right, let's try to take out the filter. Let's see if it can come loose with our hand. Nope, that bit's tight as a mug. So we're gonna have to use a filter wrench. Here in the cord, I have the filter wrench. The kind that you want to use is, it's not here. It's a 3-claw filter wrench. That's the kind you want to use. You never want to use the other one. So this one, use this one. You don't want to use the other one, because then the oil filter will strip out. And I never had any issues using this. All right, so I loosened it with the filter wrench. I'm not trying to get oil on my phone, because last time I tried to make a video, I ended up getting oil all over my phone. So basically, make sure it's loosening, and then you hold it up and you twist. Do it by hand, but before you do that, you want to get the drain plug out. So here we got a 14 millimeter ratcheting wrench, and we're gonna put it on, make sure it's loosening. Can't speak. There we go. Twisting it so it starts dripping, and make sure you push in towards the oil pan to not get as much of a mess. And then when you're ready, you just pull it away. And this time I got oil on my hand, but it's okay. And make sure you don't lose it. You put it aside, let it drain. And dude, that oil is so black, man, look. And then we're gonna do the filter after. And yeah, man, I don't know when the last time the oil was changed. It's a good thing I'm changing it now. Oh shit. But there we go, we got it out. And they use an original Toyota filter. That's pretty good. If they use some cheap shit like Fram, then that's how you know the car hasn't been taken care of. But this car has Goodyear tires, Toyota oil filter. It has a lot of things like the new starter right here. You're gonna see it up there. New wheels. Good headlights, current inspection. The only thing it does have is a check engine for the Cat PO420. But besides that, this is a really good car. Okay, so while I wait for the oil to complete draining, you can put the drain plug back in, but I like to give it a little bit and take this time to put oil on the gasket and put the drain plug back in once it's done. So let's go ahead and do that. And get a little bit of oil, and then you just coat it on top. Some people pre-fill the filter. I don't really do that. I don't really find an issue. It's just preference. Now once this is done, you can go ahead and put this back in. Try and do this while recording. Some people may find this tricky, but once you do it a few times, it's pretty easy. And you just hand tighten this jump. And that's about it. You can grab a towel and tighten it some more. Don't use a filter wrench on this because it's only hand tight. I like to use some cleaner. Let me show you guys. I got parts cleaner. Don't breathe this stuff in because this thing is really bad for you. Make sure you're away from it and spray. Now we can put in the drain plug. It's right here. And you put in a new gasket if you want to. Some people don't, some people do. If it's there, I'll reuse it. And then on the next oil change, I change it out. Go ahead and put that back in right here. And it kind of looks like the oil pan scraped on the floor right here. Okay, once your drain bolt is back in tight and straight, you just tighten it down. All right, once you put in the drain plug and the filter in, you're gonna take off the oil cap and you're gonna get you some 5W30 and we're gonna put it in here. This car takes 4 quarts of oil and we're just gonna dump it in there. All right, I put 4 quarts in. This container has 5 quarts, so you put it up to the sun. As you can see, it's on the line, so we use 4 quarts. It's okay if you put an extra 0.2, 0.3. It doesn't really matter. I even put like a whole 0.5 in the Accord the other day. It doesn't really matter. It's still gonna be fine. And then you just shake it off, put it on a rag, make sure you put this back on. And then you tighten it, that's it. If the gas cap is too tight from somebody else, you can use your jack stick or like any kind of bar and you just bang it right here. Just bang it. Like this, and then it'll come loose and then you'll be able to get to it. But yeah, we finished the oil change. As you can see, there's no leaks after we put in the oil and there's no oil on the ground, so we did this very clean. And you can take this to AutoZone and recycle it for free. They'll take up to 5 quarts, I think.